Book to Bishop's 4. Kings to knights 2? That's a terrible move. Shh! We're playing chess. Oh, I don't think so. Task? Oh, visiting every location ever filmed for Doctor Who. Oh well, at least all the locations for the episode were all filmed in one place. Ramana! Set the coordinates for Leeds Castle in Kent. I hope you have your money ready. It's £28 to get in at the moment, you know. What? Have you arrived? Which episode was it again? Ah, the androids of Tara. Well, unfortunately, they wouldn't let us bring K9 into the estate. So K9, you stay here. Let's go and have a look at the locations guide of the androids of Tara. Looking over towards the castle is where K9 is scanning for Romana. As you walk towards the castle, you can see a mound behind you with the trees. Of course, there's a lot more trees now, but this was where K9 was scanning for Romana. We are now at the mill. During the 1980s they excavated it, and so it's slightly different. Behind me it's a lot more overgrown, but this was where the Taran wood beast jumps over from the brook area. At the bottom of the mill was where Romana was looking for the key to time and eventually finds it on a statue, which isn't actually here because it was actually a prop from the BBC. The gatehouse was used as the entrance to the castle. Okay. On the left hand side towards the castle shop was also a shot used by the entrance. It was just next to the castle shop where Romana finds the horse and manages to escape the castle of the Count.
Go, you stupid creature, go!
The private door next to the gatehouse entrance was where Romana escaped the castle. It was on the right hand side where the gate master was letting the Count in with Romana. Looking back towards the gatehouse over the moat was where the Doctor saw K9 floating around at the end of the episode in the boat. K9! On the south wall there's a bit here which sticks out over the moat, and it was here where Grendel jumps over at the end, and he forgot his hat! By the castle entrance, this is where Count Grendel jumps off, and this is the shot from below, but below isn't a moat, it's just a path into the castle. you follow the castle around to the entrance of the main castle, this private door here was where the Doctor exits while having a sword fight. On the southern side there's a golf course across the moat, and unfortunately that's private, so you can't go there anymore. So we've taken it from the south side as you enter the castle, and there are shots here of the castle used in the episode. We're not quite sure about this bit as the shots are quite dark, but we believe the two tunnels here by the entrance of the castle was where the Doctor and K9 go into the castle to save Romana from her wedding. The only... hang on, start again. The only inside part that was filmed inside the castle was in the Norman cellar, which is right by the entrance, and it was here where Romana was escorted to her wedding. You can see the entrance where the Doctor makes the slave open the gates up for the King's men to go in and storm the castle towards the end of the episode. We are now at the pavilion, and this was where the King was hiding away from the Count. The pavilion is currently shut. It looks like it's due to refurbishment or something like that. So unfortunately you can't get the exact shot of him standing on the balcony. But this is a view from the front. Taken from the end here. Of course they've boarded over the beams. If you head out past the pavilion, follow the path across, you'll follow up onto this lake, and it was opposite the lake here where the Doctor was fishing. It was across the lake where the Doctor was fast asleep while fishing. The river which Romana crosses, it's quite difficult to find, but we believe that the river here, which runs alongside the lake where the Doctor was fishing, was where she crosses, and it's been dug out and made to look nicer. The path across the lake is a large mound that's been closed off now, but we believe this was where Romana was trying to find the key to time. Where we just were, if you cross over, there's a nice woodland walk, and it was where these old birch trees are, where the TARDIS landed. We are actually slightly further down towards the river, looking back up towards the path. There's been a lot of conservation work here with the trees and everything since the 1970s, so a lot has changed. Unfortunately, we can't find the area where the Doctor was lured into the pavilion with the robot Romana. And of course the actual pavilion itself is actually now gone, which makes it even harder to find. So, judging by the maps, we found the rough area, but it's very difficult, so we're not entirely sure about this one. But we found a tree that looks similar, so we're going to say it's here. So this was where the pavilion was. The pavilion. Judging by where we think the pavilion was, this is looking back to where Romana would have rescued the Doctor on horseback. Of course, it's very difficult. The only sort of thing we were looking for was the trees in the background, and sort of matches those ones, but that's the closest we can find here.